Hey there, it's Dr. Brenda, sociologist, financial coach, founder of Gutsy Women Finances Community, full-time RVer, traveling the country with my 3 cats. Please subscribe below if you already subscribed. Thank you. Don't forget to hit the bell to be notified of new videos. Ooh, it's been a while again. There's so much going on in my life. I'm afraid this might turn into a ramble. I'll try to focus. So hang in there with me. I am in Julian, California. Been hiking like a fiend the last 2 days. Today I'm like, I better rest these legs. There's a lot more fantastic trails in the area, lots more hiking. Getting a little bit tired out. So today was a rest day, which to me means it's a little bit of a work day. So last time I talked to you, I believe I mentioned the Escapees Co-op in this part of California, in Southern California. And yes, I did put a deposit down on a site there. I am number 51. Maybe I've moved up a little bit since then, but when I started, I was number 51. They couldn't tell me how long it would be, 6 months to 2 years, but in talking to other people, I am guessing that I might have a site available, my site, early next year, early 2024. So I have switched around my itinerary. I've got all of 2023 booked, but instead of going to my usual South Padre Island, I'm going to book it here west and hang out in this area until my lot becomes ready. So what I'm told too is that these are like starter sites, and it'll be pretty base, and then you can see, what becomes available and swap out for something a little bit better. So I don't want to get too excited right away or start building because, building, I've got this idea of a catio, a real catio that I don't have to take up and down, a nice place for us to hang out that is permanent on my site. So I am super excited about that. That's going on. The other big thing is my business. So yeah, I introduced myself as a financial coach, but I have moved away from individual coaching to group programs, and quite honestly, they haven't done very well. And I've been really discouraged by everything that I have tried. I've worked with high-end coaches, followed everything I was supposed to do, still not hitting a mark. And I'm getting very, very frustrated. So I'm like, you know what? This is a chance to kind of pull back, pull away from that, and shift my priorities. So one of the reasons that I am going to be moving into the Jojoba Hills co-op is so that I have a steady place from which I can work. I'm going to be building a speaking career, so I am in the new cohort of the Speaker Lab, which starts May 4th. I'm going to give that all of my attention. Between that and writing the speeches, but also turning some of these thoughts into books, that's what I'm going to be doing this summer. So I've put my group programs on hold. All the content is there. Courses are there. People can take the courses at any time. But I'm switching. My newsletters are more personal, more about my journey, more about what's going on with my life, not all of the money stuff. So I've realized that I've moved into a different phase in my life. I don't know exactly what this phase is, but I can live for very little, quite honestly. I mean, I've been spending too much on the road. That's another reason why I want to stop and stick to one place, because I can really lower my expenses. But the things that bring me so much happiness are just like the last 2 days of hiking, being in nature. So the catio's right here next to me, and my first morning here, I let the cats out. They're in the catio, and I'm in the bedroom, and I can hear this noise. I'm like, what's going on? I look out the window. There's a wild turkey coming to say hello to the cats. And it's these little things that just, this is one of the quietest places I have ever slept in. Usually there's tree frogs or crickets or coyotes or something. And here it's just like, wow, it's quiet. All of my senses are awake out here. In nature, everything is alive. My hearing is exceptional. I see brightness. I see things that other people don't see. I can smell. It's lilac season. I can smell everything. I can feel everything. It just makes me so alive. So I've started to switch gears here. So my first real shift, I'm calling the Dandelion Memories Project, because with my financial coaching and for me getting from one place to another, I use a framework I call Dream, Plan, Save, Do. 4 pieces. You got to have a dream. You got to make a plan. You got to save money so you can do it. You got to do it. You got to step into that life. You got to have the courage. And I've been thinking a lot about that first concept, dream. And I'm like, dream. It's a really heavy, loaded concept, dream life. What's your dream life? And when I'm honest with myself, this is that living in an RV was never a part of my dream life. Not even close. I'd never been in one, never driven one, never even crossed my mind. But the RV is a vehicle to get me to where I want to be. I realize deep down inside that I just love travel. I love being in nature. And I also wanted to grow into my own skin, be comfortable with who I am, enjoy everything, whether I'm alone or with somebody else. So this has got me out here, and it turns out I love most of RV life, and I love being out in nature. I mean, this is where it is. So the Dandelion Moments Project, yep, I'm going to circle back. So, I mean, if you had asked me about my dream life, it's not this. And a friend referred to this magical moment. She also lives in an RV, and she had friends come over, and they're in the RV, and somebody brings out a guitar, they're singing, and she referred to it as a dandelion moment. And if you think about a dandelion, it's got all those seeds, it disperses. You know that dandelion is just, it's going to be, when it's gone, it's gone. But you also know those seeds are going to create more dandelions. And by the way, folks, dandelions are flowers. They're not weeds. Just so you know. So, but she referred to it as a dandelion moment. And I thought, you know what? That's just perfect. Maybe our dream life, when we think about our dream life, that puts a lot of pressure on us. We've got to have this vision of what it is, what's going to make us happy every day. With the dream life, the sun is shining every day. I have, this fantastic fit body. I'm smiling all the time. And, that's typically, that is not everyday life. And what is that dream life? And I thought, at the end of my life, probably what I'm going to remember are moments. I'm going to remember these dandelion moments. And so I began to think about my life and what some of my dandelion moments are. And so I've got a survey. I'm going to ask you what your 3 dandelion moments are. I'll include that survey in the description. Love for you to participate. So one of these moments is I'm in Virginia Beach, September. My parents are visiting, and they are meeting my child for the very first time. 2 months earlier, I was in Ukraine at an orphanage where I found my child. And I brought her back to America to be part of my family. And we're in Virginia Beach, and we happen to be there when there's a parade. And I've got my child on my shoulders. My mom and dad are there. And we're standing at the curb, and I could feel these tears roll down my cheek. And it was that moment of magic. What made it so special was that I never thought I would be able to be a parent or to have a family. I had my child, her grandparents are there. We're experiencing this moment. It was a dandelion moment. Another scene that plays out in my mind. My dad was very, very quiet. He talked about maybe the weather, the farm, the Green Bay Packers. Didn't really talk very much, wasn't a conversationalist. But when you got the chance to go on vacation with him or just go to Lambeau Field where the Packers play, the stadium, he became very relaxed and he became fun dad. So I remember sitting in the bleachers. You're jammed in with tens of thousands of people, and it was me and dad, and the Packers score, throw it, touchdown, yay, we're jumping up, we're high-fiving. That is a dandelion moment. It's seeing my dad with his big grin on his face and just letting go of all the stress and just being in this moment with my father. Third dandelion moment. I score, like I get the jackpot of campgrounds in Watchman Campground in Zion National Park. It's right along the Virgin River. And so I can hear the river flowing over the rocks. I've got the campfire going. The stars are above us. Dark sky, brilliant stars, campfire, river, Zion National Park, okay? Dandelion moment. All right. So those are the moments that I believe really comprise what we want out of life, our dream life. And the question I have for you and the question I have in the survey is, can you create the conditions that are going to be ripe for you to experience more dandelion moments? Personally, I believe that we can. The other thing that is a challenge for many is when you go through these dandelion moments, very often they are with family and friends who may no longer be with us. So one of the challenges I have for you is to think about the dandelion moments that you experience on your own. For me, that's sitting by the campfire, the hiking in nature, kayaking on a lake. Those are all things that are not dependent on somebody else, because when we depend on somebody else for our dreams, we're giving our power away. We have the power to create our own dandelion moments. So this is the topic of articles, newsletters, books. I'm bringing out all kinds of stories. I want to bring in your story. Love for you to participate. Actually, I can tell you right now, I created a really easy link, bit.ly/dandelion survey. If you go there, you can take my survey. And I want to include as many stories as I can. And I'm looking for common themes. Are there certain things that we look for? And hopefully, I'm going to tie this back to Dream, Plan, Save, Do. Because if our dreams are dandelion moments, you know that you can make plans that are going to put you at Zion National Park, or that are going to put you with your favorite sisters and do something. You can make the plans that are going to make it ripe for more moments. You can save. That's the other part of it. It's a trade-off. To me, what we are losing most in this country, in this world, is our precious time. I see a shift. I see people trading in money for more time, but it is the time, and it is about saving to make sure that you're not out there with your sisters. You're out in Zion National Park worried about family, worried about money, worried about your job, worried. Let's be carefree. Can we be carefree? Money does allow you to be definitely much more carefree. And then that last part is do. And for me, the secret to do is to be so frickin' miserable that you need to move into this other life. Now, I hope you're not like that, but that's what my experience was. It was more risky to stay in my old life than to start this brand new life. So I'm getting to be the end of April. I'm really excited by what's coming up ahead. It does mean I've got really little to no income source coming in for a while. That is never a good place for me. It's not a good place for anyone. I know it, but this is where my heart belongs at this moment. Figuring out a speaking career, getting paid to speak, having fantastic speeches, writing, creating dandelion moments. So that's what's going on. It's partly why I haven't been able to post for a while. I got the link. I would love, again, for you to take that survey. So, hey, hope you're doing well. Until next time. Bye-bye.